Mr. Goddard, I have followed your teachings. I've imagined faithfully, and many things have changed for the better. But there's one desire, financial freedom, that still hasn't appeared. What am I missing?
This question is not just one person's question. It is a question we all must answer. For every day, each of us is called to witness to the truth of God. And when something doesn't seem to happen as we expect it and imagine it to be, then we have to find out what has happened and do the right thing to get a better result. The word Satan means doubt. When you desire a certain state, reason will tell you it is difficult to attain. If you listen to your reason and doubt your desire, then Satan has made himself known to you, and this happens to all of us. You may think you understand what I have said, but if you are not getting what you want, there is something you have not yet understood. So I will begin by saying what I have said before. When I speak of feeling, I do not mean emotion. I mean the acceptance of the fact that the desire is fulfilled. And you can think you did that, but you can know for sure, if you haven't achieved your goal, you don't yet have acceptance. And the reason you don't have acceptance is that you are still thinking of the goal, rather than thinking from the goal. That is all there is to it. And if you are thinking of the goal rather than from the goal, you can do that for 10 years and nothing will happen. But the instant you think from the goal, your world will change. And that can happen tomorrow. It can happen in an instant. But it can never happen from continuing to think in the old way. Start with the law. Learn how it works and prove it in daily action. For right now God sleeps in you. But when you awake from your sleep, He will awaken in you as the promise, and you will find yourself entering into the promised land of your dreams. If you remain faithful to God, no power on earth can stop that from coming to pass, because remember, all cause is spiritual. If your world is not the way you want it, there is some imaginal act in your mind that is keeping the unwanted experience alive. When you separate yourself from that imagining, your unwanted state will vanish. Find how imagination works in small things, and the great will follow in the same way. When you awaken, you realize you're not small, not limited, not poor. You are the Lord Jesus Christ, imagining His own world. Don't consider the means. Jesus Christ in you knows far better than you how to make your dream come to pass. Your job is to know your desire is already an accomplished fact. And that's all you need to know. Get that feeling of reveling in your dream, because it is true now. How do you do this? Let me ask you, what would you do if your dream was true? Would you have a party? Who would you invite? What would you do at the party? What music would you play? What friends of yours would be there? This is what I mean by getting the reality of it. Do not think that you have to climb the mountain, and that climbing the mountain is hard. For if you still think you have to climb the mountain, then you're still thinking of the goal. You have to look down at life from the top of the mountain and notice the path that you took to get to the top, and be happy that you don't have to climb anymore because you're there. Never forget the first moment you saw the world from your goal, for that was the birth of your dream. This teaching is not hard. It is simply this: